Link down below as always. Multiplayer stability. Using Daniel's alternative skin will no longer crash the game. Seasonal challenges. Progression for seasonal challenges is now visible, active, and tracking. Weapons. Bug fixes. Riot Shield now blocks front-facing damage and bullets will not penetrate. The firefight blueprint has been fixed to remove light coming from the end of the barrel and parts of the optic. The Kark 98K Hunter incentive skin no longer causes the gun to aim down the iron sights instead of the attached scope. Top brake muzzles no longer jump on reload. Corrected loadouts using 7-round mags, so the total ammo count is divisible by 7. Addressed multiple issues with charms in a QOL pass, quality of life pass, I guess that means. Weapon animations have been polished and some glitches have been resolved. Balancing. Challenges. The Panzerfaust challenge has been changed from destroying aerial streaks to long shot kills. Weapons. Kark 98K and Type 99 when using a lower caliber magazine. These weapons will now retain the ability for one-shot kills when landing chest shots. Lovely. Top brake no longer reduces damage, but range reduction increased. Gorenko anti-tank rifle. The default scope will no longer heavily obscure player vision when meleeing with a bayonet. Attachments. Melee range has been reduced from bayonet when reach kit perk is applied. Camos. Double barrel. Corrected wording in Death Artist Challenge to say 16 gauge mag instead of 12 gauge mag. Assault Rifle Alpha camos now show proper progression, as well as with the M1 Garand showing proper progression. Cross progression. Master Ribbon's data from Cold War will be imported and reflected in Vanguard. Getting kills in Warzone now counts towards challenges in Vanguard. Kill streaks. Mortar Barrage. Increase the damage dealt by the Mortar Barrage flare. As well as Mortar Barrage that's been tweaked to make the deployment less difficult. Maps. Paradise. Radar. Fixed several out-of-map exploits for Paradise, Fixed instances of unnatural hitching when jumping against ramped walls. On Radar, fixed an issue which made some doors indestructible, as well as fixing out-of-map spawns and exploits, none of which I know of. They were fun. Desert Siege. Spawn tuning to reduce instances of spawning close to enemies. Fixed a rendering issue that resulted in intense fogs for some players, as well as blinking texture issues that's been fixed in several locations. Bocage, whatever. Bullet penetration issues for certain walls have been fixed. MK2 frag grenade blast radius no longer affects players who should be protected by walls. Red Star fixed a bug that resulted in lighting effects following the player like a spotlight around the map. Berlin. Distracting and graphically incorrect shadows no longer appear under light fixtures. Numa. Removed invisible geo in Numa that blocked... Where the hell was I? There we go. Bullets midair. Gavatu fixed an issue in which an invisible wall remained after it was destroyed. Demanisk, whatever. You could see it. Demolition and Tactician perks now operate as intended. I wish my speech operated as intended. Subpen's Castle Oasis, Das Haus. Fixed out-of-map exploits. Modes. Control. Control is now live. Champion Hill. Players will no longer crash out of Champion Hill duos, resulting in the closure of the entire game. Players can now access the scoreboard in spectate mode. UI and UX. UI is user interface. I don't know what UX is. Users will no longer get errors saying they don't have crossplay permission when attempting to add other consoles to a party. It's because nobody wants to play with people on Xbox. I'm just kidding. Flares now appear with every prestige level up, and XP bars should reflect the prestige progression. Duplicate prestige icons have been fixed. Campaign. Fixed a progression blocker in the Lady Nightingale level, caused by an unresponsive character. They got bitch slapped way too hard. Zombies objectives purge. Visibility improved in low light areas, making it more visually clear when capturing control rooms. The progress bar no longer overlaps various notifications such as challenge completions, rank ups, weapon level ups, and more. Professor Craft will now acknowledge purge objective completions. Covenants. Brimstone. Brimstone no longer damages zombies when the player is downed, as well as it's been adjusted to now only deal damage to zombies that are in the player's line of sight. Dead accurate. Launchers now work as intended with the Dead Accurate Covenant. Swift Vengeance. Updated the description of Swift Vengeance to reflect that only weapon damage is increased with the use of this covenant. Knives now work as intended with the Swift Vengeance Covenant. Give this video a thumbs down and I'll make sure the knife works as intended with a swift bonk on the noggin with the handle of the knife. Don't ask me what that was. Weapons. Addressed an issue where weapons obtained from crates briefly displayed the wrong model when dropping, as well as an issue where some mystery box weapons would appear with their magazine detached from the weapon. Addressed an issue that prevented players from loading into a match with their preferred custom reticle. Give this video a thumbs down and I'll make sure that you lose your testicles. You see what I did there? That was cringy. Let's move on and pretend I never said that. Addressed an issue that incorrectly identified some launcher damages as critical hits. Gameplay. Portals will now provide players with an opportunity to visit each destination before giving an option to return to the same location. Closed various exploits that prevented players from taking damage from zombies. Challenges. Melee camo challenges have been adjusted to count kills, not eliminations, with the exception of the Sturmkrieger challenges. UI. Zone names have been added in places where they were absent from the map. The in-game scoreboard now shows the player in the correct ranking, as well as addressed an issue with overlapping scoreboard UI. Audio. Addressed an issue in which operator and announcer voice communications could compete with each other. Subtitles/text. Multiple fixes for subtitles when players select the English language setting, as well as for voice lines and subtitles when players select the German language setting. Rammstein Wichser. Don't ask me what that was either. It's too early in the morning. Multiple fixes for text descriptions when players select the Brazilian Portuguese language setting. Multiple fixes for subtitles when players select the Polish language setting. Stability. Addressed an issue that would sometimes kick a player to the main zombies menu when copying and replacing loadouts. Various stability fixes. And that's it for these wonderful patch notes to a game I thought was going to be a complete pile of shit. It is the first Call of Duty in history that I did not buy day one. And ironically, it's the Call of Duty that I've played the most so far in recent memory. It's kind of interesting. Anyhow, you liked the video? Thumbs up. You didn't like it? We know what's going to happen to your reticles. That'll be an inside joke now between you and I. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, obviously that would be fantastic now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and perhaps I shall see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.